It's like very nice. Okay. Alright, it's a good start. So you guys have already two presentations, very hilarious, very funny. Unfortunately, sorry, Vietnam has a different taste of humor, so please bear with us. And every information is in Vietnamese point of view, so if it offends you or you don't agree with, sorry, but it's from Vietnamese point of view. And this is the new logo of our tourism department, a different orient. Some official information about Vietnam. This is our national flag and national coat of arms. The coat of arms is the rice. Yes, the rice. Yes. And the star in the middle.
And also, I will introduce all of you a little bit about Vietnam. Vietnam is so-called Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The motto is independence, freedoms, and happiness. The capital of Vietnam is Hanoi, and the population of Hanoi is 6.5 million people. However, the biggest city of Vietnam is Ho Chi Minh City, and the population is 7.2 million people. Actually, Vietnamese is our official language.
The population of Vietnam is almost 90 million. And if you count the Vietnamese live around the world, like in Vaasa here, we should be exceed that number, and it's like 1.5% of the world population. So don't be surprised if you see a Vietnamese on the street. The GDP of Vietnam last year is about $3,000 per year. The number is from CIA, so you can believe it or not. I don't care. So the currency in Vietnam dong, and €1 is about 29,000 Vietnam dong. That's why we have this note. Very lovely, right? Something about geography.
You know that Vietnam is located in the southeast of Asia. The area is approximately over 200,000 kilometers square, and it seems as Finland. Vietnam has the S-50 long and things. We have the border with China, Laos and Cambodia, not Thailand. I have to mention that because some people think that we have the border with Thailand.
Alright, we have, yes, we have a mixed geographical types of landscapes. There you see the highlands, the island, and the delta. And we have abundance of natural minerals, and that's why many countries want to have the control of Vietnam. And saying about having control, we go to history. So the early kingdom of Vietnam is the VAMK kingdom, is before Christ, as you see. But then we have 1,000 years under Chinese dynasties. But in the year of 938, the guy named Vinh, he defeated Chinese army and began the age of independence for Vietnam.
And the independence period not last for up to 1,000 years, because in 1858 the French invaded Vietnam, and Vietnam became the French colony until 1945. This period is so-called 100 years of the French system.
And the story doesn't stop there. In 1945, France offered Vietnam to Japan because at that time Japan was very strong in Asia. But after Japan being defeated in World War II, Ho Chi Minh claimed Vietnam's independence. But then the French come back to Vietnam, and then Vietnam defeated them again in the Dien Bien Phu victory in 1954. He Here's Ho Chi Minh. We always call him Uncle Ho.
And in the Geneva Conference in 1954, Vietnam is divided into two parts, the North and the South, which is separated by the 70th parallel.
Interestingly, the North Vietnam is socialism, supported by the Soviet Union and China. The South Vietnam is capitalism country and supported by the USA. It's just the same with the South Korea and North Korea at the moment. But in 1975, we have reunification and to be Socialist Republic of Vietnam until nowadays.
And now we move to the cultures and society of Vietnam.
Vietnam has a predominant and Confucian culture. It's maybe unfamiliar to you, but if you have read something about Asian culture, you will know what it is. The aged people are respected very much. And we are the male-dominant society. That means the men have many rights and better situations in the society than women. Social networks are very important in Vietnam, and the main religion is Buddhism.
Now we talk about families. In Vietnam, many decisions are always made with family factor in their mind. Families are the foundations for all the societies. When Vietnamese ask you about your families, it means that you have really a close relationship with them and they really care you. I have to mention that because in many cultures and other cultures that when people never ask other about their family.
Yes, and in Vietnam we say that family is the cell of society. Social behaviors. Vietnamese never kiss in greeting. Sorry guys. Hugging is acceptable if the relationship is close. Women sometimes avoid shaking hand. Yeah. No, I have to continue. When say about others or talk to each other, we use family position titles. Do you understand that? For example, she is younger than me, so when I talk to her, I have to say, "Hello, younger sister." Yes. Yeah, we have different. We have special words in Vietnamese for different positions. We don't just have I and you like use. Okay. We don't care who you are, where you from, what you did as long. Oh no, sorry, it's not a lyrics from basketball song. If you don't.
You don't touch the Vietnamese hands because it's the personal spiritual center.
Don't cross the index and middle fingers. No, stop that. I see you.
Don't raise your voice suddenly.
Really? Oh, sorry. I'll never point to anybody.
And don't make calls or buttons or visual to get his or her attentions.
And that's not only that, and more experience yourself when you visit Vietnam or you have Vietnamese friends. Now we go to tourism. Really interesting.
As you can see in the map of Vietnam before, Vietnam has a long coastline, so we really have a lot of beautiful beach like Vũng Tàu, Mũi Né, Nha Trang. We have different sky of lands, the weather and cultures between its region. For example, in the north we have clearly 4 seasons, but in the south we just have rainy and sunny. In general, Vietnamese people are charming, open, and hospitable.
Yeah, it's from the book of the Finnish writers.
And when you want to travel to Vietnam, just remember that it is cheaper than Thailand, Singapore, or Malaysia.
Yes, I have to warn you that the book is from like 11 years ago, so now maybe the Vietnamese are more charming. Okay, several video about Vietnamese tourism.
Is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Vietnam's varied charms are boundless. They will awaken your senses to astonishing wonder. From sight to sound, from smell to taste, you will be touched in ways you never thought possible. Vietnam is so charming that one visit is never enough.
Yes, one visit is never enough. So, okay, Nathan. Now we will say, present you something only from Vietnam. Vietnamese language, yeah, for sure. Here the Vietnamese alphabet and the tones. So we have different tones. With different tones, we have different meanings for the words. So Vietnamese language is the bride of Vietnamese because after 1,000 years under Chinese control and then French and then Japanese and then American, we still have our language. Vietnamese name usually has three parts in this order: family name, middle name or middle names, and given name. Example, my name. Bùi is my family name, then Nghiem is my middle names, and my given name is Vinh. So women don't change their family names after marrying. And we use given name, mostly we don't use family name. Because believe it or not, there is one family name in Vietnam covers 40% of people. And the next one is water puppet. What is water puppet? It's the kind of puppet that the performer will stay in the water behind the curtain and control the puppets to the show. So it's very unique, very, it's very fantastic to have enjoyed the show. You can see the puppets very colorful and very beautiful. Củ chi tunnel system is the system that we built in the French area. Not the French area. So you can see that the Vietnamese Truc can have this kind of way to go to inside the ground and fight against French and Americans. So the total length is about 200 kilometers and made by hand only, and it was built 20 years. Don't be scared, because many foreigners nowadays, they visit Vietnam and they visit the tunnel system. Actually, this tunnel system located in my very hometown. So if you have a chance to go there, you can tell me and I will give you a guide. And traditional custom is áo dài, long dress. You can see long dress is a very beautiful custom of Vietnam, and you see in beauty contest, the Vietnamese vision always use áo dài in the traditional custom. And even the female students, they wear áo dài, go to school every day. It's very special, very elegant. You can see Vietnamese girls here, they have áo dài. Yeah, come on guys, stand up. And the last one in Vietnamese, the food. Okay.
It's really special parts eat about the foods. Firstly, I want to introduce you about the Vietnamese noodle. It's called phở. It's made of it is served with beef or chickens, and we also eat it with many kinds of vegetables like basil, lemons, peppers, and something like that.
Vietnamese sandwiches. Surprised. Vietnamese sandwiches are term that is fresh, very healthy. It's better than hamburgers. I'm not sure, but why I present this food here because that's why McDonald's and Subway cannot go into Vietnamese market. Vietnamese won't use hamburgers.
And it's about Vietnamese spring roll. We make it with the rice peppers. We grow many kinds of meats like pork, greens, and onions and eggs. So and many kinds of vegetables. We put it in. We fry it in the deep oils, and we also serve it with the Vietnamese special sauce like nước mắm.
Don't worry, you will have that kind of food outside waiting for you. And the last one in Vietnam is sweet shop. Sweet shop is very sweet, obviously. And it made from like beans and many ingredients. Actually, this guy is my friend from Switzerland and he really loves the sweet shop. Yeah, you may too. You will love the sweet shop. So, thank you for
your attention.
Hello,